Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Many Polos.
It might just be like white rum. Not sure.
Definitely cinnamon.
Yeah, that's what I would say probably make it have that apple pie flavor because I this is the first apple cider that I've made, but I kind of already knew too that it was like it's allspice is actually gives you that cider flavor.
Oh, interesting.
And then the cinnamon is what they just take apples and cinnamon and sugar for apple pie, like a basic apple pie. You can add other things,
right,
obviously, but you take the allspice and the cinnamon. Now you got an apple cider apple pie that's really good in a drink.
Give me 1 sec, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Make good choices. Ham. How's your week going, Josh? Doing anything fun and exciting?
All kinds of things. Monday I helped Master Sesko and I taught the first few classes actually.
Shit, how was that?
That was pretty entertaining. It's definitely he gave me his lesson plan basically, and then I was going to teach that, and I kind of I looked it over like a few times, but I guess I should have tried to like really memorize it more than just get a basic understanding. Because I was kind of doing more than our D&D of flying by the seat of my pants for that, because it wasn't too bad, honestly.
Teaching is way different than learning.
Oh god, it's a total mindfuck.
Yeah. That's when I'm a huge proponent of teaching something. You're supposed to know, because you don't really actually learn something until you have to teach it to somebody else.
Yeah.
It's like tutoring is great for people like, I don't know. It's just once you actually have to teach somebody else something, that's when you like really have to know what's happening.
Yeah, I agree, as well as though the amount of patience you need is astronomical.
Yes.
especially when it's small children.
Yes.
And you're trying to tell them how to do stuff with their like kick here.
Yes.
wildly kicks in a direction. All right.
I am back. It is vodka.
Oh.
It's apple cider vodka, cinnamon sticks, a little bit of clove.
Okay.
And my dad couldn't remember what else. Because apparently he's never made it. His buddy makes it and just delivers it.
Is this a fall beverage?
Yeah. It's like a hot apple pie drink.
Ooh.
Thing. It's really good.
Josh was telling us how he made apple cider and how I was hoping it would make an appearance at Halloween, and he said that was the plan, so I was trying to figure out what would go good with apple cider.
Literally everything. This is the best month. It has like the best smells, taste, flavors, colors.
Yeah, I can agree. Weather.
Oh
Absolutely.
god, yes. Yeah.
Well, it's like 80 degrees in Pittsburgh this week, which is confusing.
Yeah,
That is very confusing.
I agree. We have the same problem here. I mean, it's been way hotter than it should be, but I think it's slowly getting there. It's slowly starting to realize. It's going to do what it did in the summer, though, where it's just going to be winter, winter. Hey, look, there was spring, summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First, second, and third summer are happening.
Yeah.
What's the temperature supposed to be like this weekend?
This weekend.
Or the weather in general?
Rain, it looks like.
Okay, gross.
Friday and Saturday. Saturday's an 80% chance.
Finally
Gross.
down into the 60s, though, it looks like, again.
Yeah.
Did that for a little bit. 1 point.
I'm supposed to be going to, or I am, I'm not supposed to be, I'm going to Cedar Point this weekend.
Oh, nice.
So, it's, hopefully the weather will be different up there.
It gets chilly up there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, like, what to wear.
Yeah, the last time I went was like 2 or 3 years ago, but I was like, oh, it's summer, like nothing to worry about, but like just the cold off of the lake is just, yeah,
Lake effect weather is nuts.
it's a real thing.
Yep.
Science.
Yeah. The thing that confused me when I was in Germany, because the currents are weird too in the ocean, so like you get a lot of warm weather in the northern parts of Germany, and you get a lot of cold weather in the southern parts of Germany, and that's based on the Alps because of the cold that that presents for Germany down there. So I was pretty confused. I was like, wait, what? It's cold in the south? I don't
Warm in the
understand.
north.
Everything's a lie.
Yeah.
The world is upside down.
This music is it's giving me the vibe.
Good.
It's telling me how to feel.
I can thank YouTube for the suggestion. I don't know, I just clicked on something.
I need to turn it up. MEE6. It's a happy little face. It reminds me of those Nickelodeon commercials where the whole screen would just be like.
It's actually Meeseeks.
Oh, faith?
Meeseeks.
It's actually what?
Meeseeks Bach.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what that
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
is. That's his face.
That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, face from the Nickelodeon commercials.
I think I kind of remember what you're talking about, but it was big in orange, right?
It was all kinds of colors, but it was just your whole screen. It was one color and it had eyes and a mouth and it talked to you.
Kind of remember that. I'm more remembering though the like do 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 do, and then like the like Nick.
The logo.
Yeah, the like Nickelodeon logo, and they would like move
Yeah.
and dance, kind of like Pixar.
Yeah. Yeah, those were there too. Good old days of Nickelodeon. You know, I can remember when Hey Arnold was like gonna premiere, and they were showing commercials hyping Hey Arnold, like previewing it, and talking to like the director and like the voice actors.
I don't remember
How
that.
old is that show now? It's probably. I probably don't want to know.
It's still golden. I had a roommate a couple years ago that like bought the box DVD set, and so we watched a bunch of them, and it is just like one of the best kids shows ever. Like I think it was really underrated.
Do you want to guess what
Is it
year
excellent?
it started?
Oh.
I'm gonna say
It started
98.
later. Yeah, way later than I thought it did.
96.
96.
Oh, wrapped up airing in 2004. It showed 2004 when I looked it up. Like,
That's
I
way
typed
too
in
late.
how old is Hey Arnold, and I saw 2004, and I was like,
You sure about that?
Internet, you're drunk. Go home.
I just can't believe I'm scrolling through Nickelodeon now too, and just how long, and everything that comes from Nickelodeon basically. So I'm getting Ren and Stimpy and crap, what was his name now? See Cat Dog too, the Rugrats.
Yeah, Cat Dog.
Courage.
Yep.
Courage the
Oh,
Cowardly Dog.
Courage.
That's
No, that
Cartoon
was
Network.
Cartoon Network, wasn't it?
Ah.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
Still a goodie.
it's a dog like creature guy, and his best friend
That could
is
be a
like a
lot of
giant
things.
fat cow. Like he's like a round.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I do know
Cow and
what
Chicken.
Nope. That is close though.
Not Cow and Chicken?
No.
I know what
It's-
you're talking about. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, well, Rocco's Modern Life.
Thank you.
Yes.
God, thank
He's
you.
a wildebeest.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what he is. And then the Angry Beavers and
Or Wallaby. Yeah, Angry Beavers. Oh my god.
Rocco's
What a
Modern
golden-
Life premiered in 1992.
that's when I was born.
That's way before I was born.
Rocco's Modern Life.
When did it
That's
premiere?
another golden.
92.
Oh yeah, I wasn't born yet.
That's crazy. Now that show was a
Now I'm
little.
looking up old.
That show was pretty like Rocco's Modern Life. It was pretty advanced for kids.
It was. Like, it probably. There
A
were
lot
lots of
Some of
stuff
them
in there.
were.
A lot of jokes were for adults.
Mhm.
I think a
Ren
lot
and
of
Stimpy
them,
was not
yeah.
a children's show.
Yeah, no. Ren and Stimpy was like one of the only, and Rocco were like the only two cartoons that my dad would actually sit down and watch with me and my brother.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey,
Hey, what's up?
we're just chatting here, gabbing away.
Oh yeah.
The golden age of cartoons.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Very nice.
We're.
Yeah, I forgot about Angry Beavers.
Oh man, I did not.
Kablam.
Blam was good too.
Man, yeah, there were a lot of good shows. The one though that I was going to say earlier too was, I was always surprised at how long SpongeBob ran. Like it was tired to me when it came out. Like after the first 2 seasons,
Yeah.
I got it. I got the point. But
Isn't it still?
Yeah.
I think so.
It's still going.
That's
Yeah.
Mhm.
crazy. I can't.
Yeah, the newer stuff's kind of weird.
I mean,
Yeah.
You know, in relation to the older stuff.
well, that's what happens, right?
I assume if you have a show running for like decades, you run out of content. So like, what else could they be making episodes about? I
Right.
don't know.
You know what show I really liked? I think it was a Nickelodeon show. Was I just had the name and now I can't remember it. The roller skating one.
Oh,
Rocket Power?
Yeah, Rocket
yeah.
Power.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna
Rocket
bring up
Power was
Rocket
good.
Power.
I wanted to say Team Rocket, and I'm like, no, that's Pokemon.
Growing up, I had a turtle named Tito because the cool like older guy
Yeah.
character was named Tito.
That's
So, like,
awesome.
Uncle or whatever of the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a bro.
Yeah.
They were all pretty much like surfer bros, even though they were skateboarding bros or roller skating, I
Yeah.
guess.
Wiggity wiggity whack.
But
I remember I learned what tripe was from that show.
I still don't know what that is. What's that?
It's like
Mm.
it's a delicacy. It's stuffed lamb intestine,
Oh,
pig intestine. It's some animal's intestine, and they
I think it's,
stuff
I
it or
think
fry it or
it's
something.
sheep intestine.
Sheep, that one.
oh, okay. So they went and they took the Scottish delicacy of haggis and made it worse. I got it.
Or actually, I might be confusing the two.
It could be
Now
blood
that you
sausage.
said haggis.
Hi, puppy. Here, I will
Okay,
look it up.
tripe is a type of edible lining from the stomachs of various farm animals.
It's way
Most
worse when it's
tripe.
described as lining.
Most tripe is from cattle, pigs, and sheep.
Mmm.
Oh
Tripe
boy.
is a complete source of protein. meaning that
Hey.
it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to function.
I mean, I have to say, I have eaten it in a few fair different occasions, and if you've ever eaten dog food, it gives that same like flavor, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
This does not
The-
surprise me.
Texture of tripe,
Oh my gosh, it's
I
weird.
feel like, is what would turn me off.
It is definitely
I've never
weird.
had it,
If you,
but it looks. It's like ridged. I don't know. It just.
Gross.
The wild thornberries was also another solid.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
I like wanted to be in that family. I still do, but like,
Yeah. Nigel
Well,
Thornberry.
I was gonna say Nigel was great.
Donnie was the best.
The
Yeah.
feral brother.
Yes.
Just did whatever he wanted, you know. Didn't have to explain his actions.
is it any surprise that any like millennial child just wants to roam around in a van for their whole life? Like, that's
Filming wild animals.
Yeah.
This is why so many millennials are converting vans into homes.
I would do it. I can't afford that though.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
for like as cheap or like silly as it seems, it is so expensive.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the place that you're gonna live, like the amount of changes that you have to make to it are, you might as well like put a down payment on a house. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same.
Depending upon how
That's
big
just
you want to
like-
go with it too is the thing. Because like if you go small, then
Yeah.
that's always the thing with anything. If you go small, it's not that bad. But you have
Yeah, but if you go small, then you have to like rely on outside sources. You're not completely
Mhm.
sufficient.
to. Yeah.
But you also like still have to buy the vehicle. It's like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's yeah.
If I could just like come into a random van, that would be cool. But like,
What-
I can't afford
what
to
you-
buy it and fix it up.
What you can do though is something I did when I went out to go visit San Francisco last year. Is I rented one of those, a camper van.
Mm-hmm.
You can do those now instead of like an RV, and they're cheaper than like an RV to rent because they're smaller generally too.
I was actually looking at that, trying to do that next summer because it's like as cheap as like doing an Airbnb per night, and you could just like travel around.
Yep.
I was looking at a website for that.
Yeah. I I get emails from the one that I used the one time all the time now.
If you got like multiple people, it could be a really cheap vacation, and you could probably see a ton of cool stuff.
Yeah, it is really cheap for the I think for us it made sense too because we wanted to see a good bit, and then California is really big, so like you're saying, to try and see enough stuff, you're going to be driving around anyway, so you need a car to get from place to place. You might as well
Mhm.
rent the thing that you're going to sleep in too at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel like truckers do though, half the time. I haven't seen as many cabs as you have, Ike, so you probably talk more about that.
Oh, I don't know. It's not too bad. I get to stay in a hotel room every other day or every night, so it's wake up in a new place. It's kind of fun. It's not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, you said though when you were driving semis, it was not very comfortable.
No, they're not very comfortable. They suck.
Okay.
They suck really bad.
Yeah,
Like a Serta mattress that will fit inside a semi costs just as much as like a queen size
Oh
for a
god.
normal bed.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's
Like, it's
insane.
ridiculous. Oh yeah, they really like bend them over a barrel. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like a prison comp most of the time.
Yeah, I only know one person that stuck with it, and that was one of our friends from high school, of Stephen King, if you remember him.
Oh, is he still
Yeah.
driving?
Yeah.
I
His
actually
name
met
is Stephen
Steven.
King.
His
I
name
met
is
Steven
that, yeah.
at Swift.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Steven was one class ahead of me. I actually saw him at Swift.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Where are you?
I am south. I'm on Route 8 in Ohio, going south. So I
Why are
started.
you going south?
That's just where the GPS is taking me.
Yeah,
Going
but
wherever the
why wouldn't
GPS
you
told
just...
me to go.
I know, he's going to Carnegie, though, and he was on 80, so I don't know why he didn't just stay...
This is just
Like,
where I'm just going where the hotel's booked. That's all.
Hi, Bree, by the
Did
way.
they book it in Ohio?
I think they booked it in Youngstown.
Oh. Then you shouldn't be that far from it.
No, but I'm also in congested traffic in a construction zone now. So
You've been in construction zones the whole time.
That's what Pennsylvania and Ohio is.
Yeah.
Just
Well, he's coming from Chicago, and he said, well, first of all, if none of you have driven through, Josh, I know you probably have because I know you've been to Chicago a few times, but Indiana highways are fucking garbage.
Yeah, they're the worst. Fuck Indiana.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The worst roads I have ever driven on.
Yeah, I drove a packed, like, 10-foot U-Haul across Ohio and Indiana, and you could clearly tell when you left Ohio and entered Indiana.
Yeah.
yeah,
all I remember when I went to Chicago was just the windmills and feeling like I was in some weird dystopian novel because everything
there's
was
a lot.
It's the only thing I remember.
Did you go across there's like, I think it's off of 70, but there is like what they call a windmill farm.
I think I did.
It's kind of cool.
It is. It's also like creepier than I thought it would be because it's not just like a couple. It's like, when is it going to end? It's like the salt flats, but like with the windmills. Like, where am I?
There's also solar farms as well.
I did pass one of those.
Dumbest thing.
Yeah, those were cool.
Why'd you say
Why
they're
can't
dumb?
they put that on top
Did
of
you
a
say it's
parking
the
lot?
dumbest thing?
Yeah, like don't take up just an empty field. Put solar panels on top of parking lots. Kill two birds with one stone.
That's how they grow the solar panels.
Well, that's not completely wrong, only too because what happens is that they're making the solar panels cheaper now, like by purchasing them, right? So the problem with putting them over the parking lots is that most people don't want to pay for a parking lot and solar panels. That's the problem that I have.
Put them over existing parking lots. Put them on every roof of a Walmart and put them over every Walmart parking lot and Target parking lot.
I wish that I could tell people that are paying money to do that, but they still didn't want to do that for still don't want to do that. I have
That's
to.
the
And then
first
you
thing
say-
that goes.
Yep, I have
And
to
it's way
fight
more
for a tree.
efficient.
I have to fight for a tree to be in those fucking parking lots, Olivia. I don't want to hear it. I'm just kidding.
You need to have trees so that when I
Yeah.
park my car, I have shade.
As well, to lower that heat island effect and to have
Yeah.
somewhere for the water to freaking go is the other reason you do those. So those ones kill more birds with one stone than it does just to have solar panels. Unfortunately.
I mean, but you could do both.
You could if they paid. You can do anything if you have enough money and you have enough willpower. That is where I'll leave that discussion.
Listen, these CEOs make so much money every year. They can take like 2% and make some solar panels or put up some solar panels.
They could.
Anyway,
I agree. They could. I've been doing it with what money that I can make on the side. You know, with the.
how are your solar panels going, Josh?
Holy crap! I haven't
I'm
had
curious.
to pay for electric for like 6 months. It's great.
Hell yeah!
You tell that to the CEOs.
I wish they understood what I was saying.
Are
I
you
say
sure?
that.
Did you break it down into simple enough language so that they could digest it properly?
You have proof.
I have.
Did you provide charts?
I have an app that tells me how many trees I theoretically planted by saving the carbon of the amount that I produced of actual electricity from those solar panels.
Have you made enough to
cool.
sell back to the grid yet?
Yeah, that's what
I was gonna ask.
Well, that's what I do actually, is just sell straight back to the grid, because unfortunately they've made it a market so that you can only have 150% of what you actually would use from their records, mind you, the records they have on file, that you can install on your roof or whatever, and then
Yeah, otherwise you'd be too powerful.
yeah, exactly, but then you get a 1-for-1 credit is what they do. So like every kilowatt hour you send back is however much they would charge people at that time for a kilowatt hour, is what you would get credited back on your bill. That's why I haven't paid for electricity, because
Are
it's,
you
Now-
like in the positive though, or does it not work like that? Like,
it doesn't
will
work
they
like
pay
that.
you?
No. They will pay you, but you have to become now a commercial producer at that point, and then you only get like a portion of what they're actually selling electricity for. So like,
Well, now you
pennies
just
on
need
the
to buy an
dollar.
electric car so you can have a giant battery
Yeah, that's my next
to
step.
store it all in.
Then I won't have to pay for gas either, because then I'll just park my car and charge it at night.
Yeah. Your evil plan is coming to fruition, Josh.
Muhahaha. I said hi, Bree, by the way, verbally too, other than just through text. We're kind of, I think, waiting on Sarah. I haven't heard anything one way or the other, but I guess considering the way things are and how far we're into this, I mean, you guys want to all play? That was the question. We've got 4
I'm
people.
just here to observe.
I understand, sir.
Let's all just reach into this treasure chest for the next 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So where am I, Josh?
Oh, yeah. So,
Anyone
Vomaira.
around me? Have they gone off down the hall to the treasure chest, and I'm just like left alone in a hallway?
You're kind of garbledly. I'm gonna try and turn you up on my end too, but if I understood everything correctly, I'll describe what you're experiencing so that you know, kind of, to answer some of your questions maybe. But basically, you were really high on harvesting those mushrooms. Once you got to hell, as what you had last perceived, you guys finished off the ice fights, is what you'd learned they were. Not, you were there for this, so you know this information, and it was actually by talking to the goddess who came out of the statue that you're sleeping next to. You'd flopped on the floor after that encounter, because after talking, a few of your friends were talking to the goddess and convinced her to potentially help them through the processes of hell. You're like, I'm gonna go check the next chambers, and you just ran ahead and scouted a little bit, and you know for a fact that down the hallway, to the left is there was a troll that you had heard, or you'd think you'd seen around a corner while you're sneaking. To the right there's a spider statue, and farther up there were some gates with a sheep person, a satire setting, goat person, that's what it is, not sheep, sitting on a wall and kind of sitting there. But then you were crashing hard, so you ran back and flopped on the floor and went to sleep, and you're waking back up, and you do hear what sounds like your friends all chatting happily and loudly down the left corridor, just outside of the goddess's chamber, goddess Persephone.
Okay. So I wake up super hungover, kind of feel like shit.
Yep.
So I eat a mushroom,
All right.
but I'm one this time, just to take the edge off.
Oh, just like a nibble.
Yeah.
Trying to go back to that now too, the reference material for it. Oh, here it is. So, yeah, that's right, because you're at the stage 1 currently of being addicted to it. So it does take the edge off as you would hope. You're like, yes, and you're not quite as hyped up as you were the previous day, but you're still like operating. You can tell above what normal people would be in speed, basically.
Okay.
So you got the 10 plus 10 to movement, but you do still have, you got like a little headache developing in the back of your head still of like a -1 intelligence and -1 wisdom, because that's permanent for that. But I think that's how I would actually play it. Is actually those wouldn't be permanent. It would just be when you're not on it, in my opinion.
Okay.
Until you wean
Yeah,
yourself
so
off or something.
I like collect myself at the I collect myself at the statue, kind of wait for the mushroom to kind of kick in a little bit till I feel a little bit better, and then I'm gonna follow the voices down the hall.
All right. And you see in the chamber that you'd woken up into, Mariel and Baharash still snoring softly, leaning up against the walls.
I pay them no mind. This is a windy hallway. Oh, I found some.
Are they our voices that you're following? Or are
Yeah.
you just hearing voices now because of the drugs?
I don't know. What am I hearing, Josh?
Well, you do see your friends now after you've made it down through the twisting, winding corridor. Kind of crowded around an area, and you see a troll kind of in the midst of them, just kind of like lumbering there. Next, kind of.
So I just like walk up and like pretend nothing weird happened, and just like, hey guys, how's it going? And just like completely ignore the fact that there's like a random ogre, and just like pretend like I know what's happening. Hey Warren. Hey Flint. Hey Mame, Ash, and Griselda.
Hello. Did you stick your hand in this yet? I'm gonna like motion to the truck.
Oh no, not yet. Is it my turn?
Oh,
I walk
I
up and
realized
stick my hand
it
in
as
the
I said it.
that I feel like it's a great opening. Ooh.
So you look inside and you don't see there's anything in the chest, so you're a little confused. Like you could stick your hand in it, but there's nothing in it.
I thought there was, because Flint poured his stuff back in.
He'd put in a couple like rubies back in, a few rubies or something.
Oh, okay.
They disappeared.
Just look back at Griselda and like just kind of like stick my hand in the empty chest, and I like look over at her quizzically, like this.
No, all the way in.
Like,
I like
Your shoulder.
so I exaggeratory like dump like half my body into the chest. Like I'm like armpit deep now in this chest, and then I'm like this.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'll toss some gold in. How much do I need to put in? I don't remember how it works.
I don't think there was an exact amount. I
I'll
think he just stuck some stuff in.
I'll put 1 gold in. I'm cheap.
I'll put one of the amethysts and one of the sapphires that I got into.
Okay. And the runes that you would hadn't realized at first, Vomiter, were actually all across the chest, a light, and then those things disappear with your body halfway into the chest, and a skeleton key appears right in, like, the palm of your hand, however it's situated in this chest. An actual skeleton key, mind you. It's made of what appears to be the smallest bones of a human or something.
Interesting. So I pull it out. I'm like, hey guys, I got a key.
What's it for?
I don't know. I thought you knew.
How would we know? You just pulled it out.
Well, you told me to pull it out.
Well, I just said stick your hand in. I didn't know what you were gonna get.
What were you thinking about when you put your hand in?
Nothing.
Well, looks like we're gonna have to go find a lock. How big is the key?
How big is the key, Josh?
So it's like, it's
A normal size key or like larger than a regular key?
It seems to be pretty oversized in your hand. Like, it's filling your palm. It almost looks like, the closer you're looking at it, as if it were like the index fingers of somebody woven around each other, and then like even smaller pieces of bone like melded in between all of that somehow, and there's some smaller pieces of ligament, it seems like, still attaching all of this. Like, it was somebody's, it looks like somebody's witchcrafty kind of project that you don't really understand. You're like, I don't know how this is even really key shaped, but it is.
Interesting. I just start like fiddling with it in my hands.
So you weren't thinking of anything specific? Like your mind was just blank when you reached in, or?
Yep.
Maybe it's a key to nothing.
Maybe. I like look around the room if you see anything like more like also skeletally looking like.
No, the chamber itself is basically stone, including the floors and the ceiling, but it's all well crafted. And as an elaboration that you hadn't really realized before, because you were still kind of crashing and also extremely high the last time, but it is swelteringly hot in these chambers as opposed to the nice, cool, regular temperature of about 70 degrees it was in the goddess's room. These are more of like a 90s degree, and it's pretty humid in here too.
Okay. I just stick it in my pocket. I'm like, I'll mull over this later. So I stick it in my pocket, and then I'm like, so did you guys figure out where we're going?
We've been here so long that I don't remember.
There's a door.
So we
awesome.
were
Where
headed
is it?
down.
But that dickhead satyr's guarding it.
That dickhead satyr.
Maybe the
Yeah,
satyr wants the key for something.
I don't know. He said if we want to go through the door, we have to die.
Oh.
Huh. I feel like that's a metaphor.
He also said that if we go through the door alive, that we might die anyways.
Did we explore all the other passages?
Not
What we're
the
doing
one with
now.
the spider statue.
Oh yeah.
Spider statue it is.
Okay.
Any objections? Or other ideas?
So are we just trying to get out of here now? I forget why we came down here in the first place.
To get out of the labyrinth.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, we came to hell to get out of the labyrinth. We came down this hallway because I followed sounds.
Oh yeah, that's the
I meant,
because of
And then
the
I meant
we got a friend.
into hell.
yeah.
I don't think we can get out of here now, right? That's the problem.
Well, there's that door.
Have we tried flicking our torques to get back to the room?
Yeah, we just got a lot of sarcasm.
Oh, I
Oh,
see the dickhead satyr now. What if we killed the
Oh.
satyr?
We could, but I still believe him about the dying part.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he seemed pretty adamant on that.
Well, didn't they say if we died, we just, respawn here? I know respawn's not the correct word, but
I've never died in hell before.
Yeah,
so we're
I mean,
technically already dead because we're here, right?
I've only been
No,
to
I
hell
mean,
in my dreams.
he said we're technically still alive. I don't know. This is all very confusing.
Maybe we should try to talk to the spider.
Do you know
I
how to
mean-
do that?
I don't think it's a real spider. I think it's just a statue.
Well, the goddess was a statue that came to life, wasn't
That's
she?
true. Yeah.
We could just walk up and be like, "Hi."
Maybe
And
we
see what
should try
happens.
an offering.
Worst case, we have to kill it. Best case, it tells us the way out of here.
Yeah. I mean,
Spiders.
we took
Middle-
on the spiders
Middle
in the
line, we
future.
gain another friend.
Spiders like shiny things, right? What if we put some gems down?
Yeah. Somebody
We give a lot
go.
of thought.
Somebody want to go touch it?
Now recording.
Fucking Craig.
Fucking Craig. Get us out of hell, Craig.
I am hell.
We should get. This isn't a thing. This is off topic and not real. But what if we had a bot playing with us? That would be so funny. Like, you know, when they make, like, I made a bot watch 1,000 hours of this and it wrote a story. Like, I wonder what the story would be if it listened to us. Sorry. Anyway.
I'm gonna do that whenever we get done. I'm gonna play like Google Translate or whatever our first episode.
I bet it would say poop like every other word. Because we said poop like thousands of times. Okay. You go
So,
touch I pushed Griselda and I'm like, you go touch it. You're already dead.
take out
Oof.
some gems. Distract it with shiny things.
All right. I'm gonna walk up to the
Yeah,
spider.
wait. You're already dead and you're in hell. How does
I'm not dead. I'm alive.
you were dead
Yeah,
and now you're dead again?
I guess. I don't know, because the satyr said we were still alive.
Getting very conflicting messages.
We're also not quite in hell yet, I guess. Like, we're in purgatory?
We're in the lobby.
Yeah. We're in the waiting room.
The vestibule of hell.
Sounds right.
And
What if we just charge the satyr? Or no, touch the spider. And if that doesn't
What
do
is-
anything, we'll just charge the satyr. I have axes. It's fine.
where, what does this thing look like?
The spider
Yeah.
statue? It is the size of a small pony, and it is in height, but it's definitely is got the leg span of two ponies, and it's all black, and it's got its fractaled eyes of obsidian, it looks like, staring back even, that are the only other distinguishing feature besides its very real, like, looking glistening hair all over it.
Oh, I don't like spiders. Like in real life, I am terrified of spiders. I had to kill one today that was very large, so this is very like making my skin crawl. I'm gonna
Take its
poke it with.
eyeball.
I'll
Oh,
poke it
sorry.
with my staff.
And you feel a very solid nature to it, like you just poke stone.
How long is this corridor?
To the spider?
Yeah.
Not very, only about 20 feet.
I'm imagining the rest of us are just like peeking around the corner.
Fuck. I am going to cast. I'm gonna like come back and be like, all right, I have an idea, and I'm gonna stand like back here, and I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have it walk up and try and like take one of the obsidian eyes from the spider.
It doesn't. I don't think. Let me see here. One hit.
Can't be there. I have to be here.
A strength of 2. Okay. That's what I was wondering. Something along those lines. So it grasps it, but it does not seem to be able to remove it. So it's just to your eye, because I think you can still see it, right? Going back to reread it again. No, you can't either, can you? Servant springs up into existence. Occupies space. Once each of your turns as a bonus action, you can mentally command it. So you can mentally command it, and mentally it is telling you it cannot. It is like struggling, but it can't seem to pull it out.
Okay.
I cast Mage Hand, and I flick the spider with it.
There's
I was gonna say I'm gonna tell the Unseen Servant to smack it.
From the 2 slaps, there's a resounding kind of dong from it when you smacked it, as if it were hollow.
Is it like on a is it up on a
Yes.
pedestal or?
There is a bit of a pedestal, but it's recessed, so it's not really up on it. It's kind of like there is a recessed pedestal that's in the ground, that it's sitting flush to the ground with.
I'm gonna ask the Unseen Servant if it can pick up the spider.
It is also unable to.
My Mage Hand pushes as hard as it can on one side of the one leg.
On one leg.
I mean, I only have one hand, so yeah.
I'm looking, can carry, and
I'll tell the Unseen Servant to push with the Mage Hand. With its whole 2 strength.
yeah. I guess it would be similar to the 10 pounds, probably. So like 20 pounds is pushing on the side of this thing. It starts to rotate, but ever so slightly, grindingly, just like. And then halts again.
Okay, do we all need to go rotate this thing?
Yeah, did anything happen, like,
There was
in the room?
nothing noticeable that happened, no.
Fuck it, let's go. I'm gonna dismiss the unseen servant and help push this thing.
Okay.
Mommy, you could probably push this like just flick it.
Yeah. You don't need us.
I'm gonna step back again.
I just keep my mage hand on it.
Yeah. You got this.
What do you want me to do?
Move it.
Rotate the spider.
We're rotating it, not pushing it over.
I mean, you can
You
try
pick
to
it
do
up.
either.
Because it's hollow, right?
It sounded hollow.
Okay, I'm gonna try to pick it up.
Strength check for me. Just looking.
Shoot. Hold on.
Do you need help?
No,
Okay.
I just did a stupid. It's okay, give me a second. You know, like when you get a text and you answer it in your brain, and so you forget to actually type out the answer and send it,
Yes.
and you think that you replied? That happened to me opening my character sheet. Okay, strength. A strength check or a strength like?
Check.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Yeah. Ah. See. Yeah. Hold on. Because I accidentally. Give me a second.
Because it would just be
Okay. Now I'm back.
the d20 plus your modifier, which is a 4.
I can do that too. Aha! But it went through. Yes.
All right. 16. All right. So you're you're trying to pick it up. That's right. Never mind. You go and you grasp. How are you grasping it then too?
So the second of the four, so there's 4 legs on either side. So I don't want the ones closest to me. I want the next ones over. I'm gonna grasp it by the second leg on each side.
And you just rip them straight off, and they seem to be of like a hollow, thin-sheeted metal almost. To you, thin. It's like probably a inch thick, maybe, or less.
Oh, geez. Okay.
A bludgeoning weapon.
That's what the outer shell of it is, but the actual legs on each side were probably about 3 to 4 inches diameter. Varying diameters. So you now have 2 metal spider arms that you've ripped off of the spider.
Oh, they came off.
Yeah.
Oh.
I start pushing it to rotate on its front leg.
It rotates pretty easily in place with you're just leaning against it, and it gets to a point though where it's facing completely the opposite direction it was, and you feel it kind of sink down even slightly farther than just the surface of the stone by like a small noticeable amount though, and it stops moving and just kind of dunk and stays there.
Oh, okay. So like sank into place. It didn't like twist bottle cap into place. So how heavy are these spider legs?
Probably somewhere in the realm of 5 pounds. Yeah, that sounds about right. 5 to 10 pounds, somewhere in there.
I'm gonna hold on to them and keep them.
Okay.
Eventually, I'm gonna try to bind them together because I feel like together they'll be a good weapon. But we'll see. I'm gonna keep them.
If you break off a third, you could like fuse them into like a T shape and use it as like some sort of weapon.
Like a pickaxe.
Yeah.
One of those things that you spin really fast.
Shuriken?
I don't know. Sure.
Or
Did
nunchucks.
anything?
Is that what you
No.
meant? Oh,
But
okay.
I guess you could make. I mean, that's possible. I don't know how big they are. Did anything noticeably change in the room when the spider recessed?
No, but there was a noticeable kerchunk down the hallway back towards the door where you guys were coming from. Going towards, sorry, the gates of hell.
You guys hear that?
Yeah. Let's go check it out.
Like towards the satyr.
Oh,
And
there's a
right
door.
there, as you walk
Oh.
past, the wall seems to be slightly recessed now.
Gonna push it.
Trying to
I
see.
like how I said I'm gonna push it, and I just see Zolas's token on my screen just like move back like 10 feet.
Yes. Correct.
And it pushes in as if it were like a hollow panel in the wall and slides up into the ceiling. And on the other side, you're entering on the right side of a chamber that seems like, or rather you're looking through the doorway into the chamber right now still. Doesn't really like that. Nope, that didn't work. Here, there. Now can you see?
Before we go in here, oh, she's gone. Okay.
I put her there so she could see, because I don't have a good way to
Okay.
I can't delete like a portion of the stuff that is the walls. I can only like create doors in it, and then I have to create 2 doors in this scenario because of the way that I made how thick the walls are basically, and it doesn't want to seem to create the second door for whatever reason. That's what I've been trying to do here. Anyways, so yeah, that's what you see is a chamber, and Mame and Zolas, you can see the same thing too. So I'm just gonna move you there so you can kind of get an idea.
Cool.
I'm kind of worried that if something attacks us, we're down by like more than half of our friends.
Oh yeah.
But
And then the other side of the chamber though is a giant chest very similar to the one you'd seen before.
go stick your
Let's
hand
be
in it.
careful.
But with empty suits, full suits of armor that seem to be positioned holding a great sword in like the under parts of their hands, all lining the corridor too though.
Yeah, so I have a question. What is this? What are these white things? Are those significant?
Nope.
No. Okay. There's no reason these white bars should be here.
Nope.
I don't
I'm
need
gonna-
to worry about them at all.
I mean,
I'm gonna cast
no.
minor illusion in like the center of the room and make it look like Mame is in the center of the room waving an axe.
Cool.
Nothing seems to happen or change about the room.
Huh.
I'm going to take one of the amethysts out of my bag and throw it into the middle of the room.
Nothing also seems to happen. I don't know what that item is though.
The one of the gems we got from the other chest.
We have literally never been this careful before.
You guys did just get a full wealth of things.
Yeah.
Anybody hungry?
It just seems odd. Like a hidden chamber lined with armor, like
Some
suits of armor,
shit
and then
is-
a chest.
Yeah, some shit is gonna go down in this room. I'm wondering if that chest has anything to do with the key that we just got.
Oh shit! Yeah, where is Vilmyra?
Probably on drugs.
Yeah, but she has the key.
You're muted if you're trying to talk.
I know. I was getting back to trying to unmute myself. Um, so I'm still kind of like mulling over this, and I kind of see them mess with the spider, and then wait. I thought because they walked down towards the theater, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand it. What you're trying to say? It's still sort of garbledly. Like you have the mic really close to your mouth or something, or maybe you're using a different mic. I don't know, but it's sounds.
I'll go get my other mic. Give me a sec.
Hey, that's better. Wherever you're at now, from the positioning of the mic and where you're at too, I understood that perfectly.
Okay. I was gonna say they went down towards the satyr, right? After messing with the spider.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm like half distractedly, like very slowly, kind of following them, just like really engaged in this key. So I'm like, I guess I'm like out in the hallway still.
And they can see you through the doorway, the arched doorway that you've seen him press through there, which is back in the back corner behind the last suit of armor that you guys came around into. So that's where you see Vomayota standing, if you can see those pings through the wall.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna kind of lean out and be like, "Hey, Vomire, come here. We need that key, I think."
I kind of like perk up. I'm like, oh, really? And I like walk inside.
What does the chest look like?
Almost identical to the one that was in the other room. So it's looks to be solid silver and inlaid with a lot of runes.
Was that my internet that just went weird, or did Josh go weird for anybody else?
It
It all
happened
went
for me
weird
too.
for me.
Okay.
Yeah, Josh went weird too for me.
Oh. I'd said it looked pretty much like the same thing as the other chest, but that it's basically just looks like a solid silver chest inlaid with a good bit of runes all over it.
I'm just gonna point to the chest and be like, "Hey, go try your key in that."
Can you put me in the room?
Oh, I thought you were all basically you're in it. I think. Trying to grab you. Everybody's like standing. Now you're outside of the entire map. There we go.
Oh.
Everybody
Okay.
was in like a really small area too, so it was just really hard. There we go.
Okay. And So can I investigate these suits of armor to see if they're like trapped? To see if there's any sort of like trigger that might happen if I walk down the hallway.
Yeah, go for it. Roll that investigation.
Hold a second.
I can just imagine Josh, these dumb fucks, run down the hallway with the bones rattling, but in the perfectly fine side chamber that they opened, double check for everything.
I got a 17.
Hey, it worked out though. Okay, so 17. You don't notice like any triggers like you said you were looking for or anything like that. You even peer inside of it. It seems to be completely empty. It actually looks to be almost as if it were propped up by a really well-made sort of metal stand on the inside, and they just look like normal suits of armor that are positioned perfectly on these metal pedestals that are like stuck into the ground even.
So I kind of start doing just like a slow walk where I'm kind of like leaning back, trying to be like obviously sneaky. Like I'm just kind of like in long strides, but like slowly.
Towards the chest.
Towards the chest, yeah. Yeah, like if someone's like overtly trying to be sneaky, that like they're not sneaking. Like the comedic type of like tiptoeing around a corner even though they're just like clearly walking around a corner.
Like Pink Panther sneaking.
Yeah.
Taking everything in me to not prank you, but that's not what this character would do. I just want to like cast thaumaturgy and make metal sounds or some shit, but there's no reason I would do that. So I'm just gonna say it out loud and forget it happened.
Okay, so I get up to the chest and I'm like looking at the key and then I look at the keyhole and see if there's any like familiar similarities.
It looks surprisingly as if this giant, larger than normal key would actually fit in this slot.
Then I put the key in the slot.
Everyone roll initiative.
Hey.
Oh, good.
We're all surprised.
We were all so careful.
Yeah, that's fair.
So unprepared. BRB in a sec.
So Mame, you get to move first, looks like. If everyone's initiative came through right, or if those were old. So no, Zolas, you got an 8. And you're not in combat for whatever reason, and you're here.
Yeah, it's saying I have a 3, but I got a 16.
Okay. Add to combat. Oops. Added you twice somehow. The first one was the same roll that you got. Crazy. And then I did have Griselda in there. 16. Mame, was yours a 17? Yeah. Okay, so you're still first though.
Hi. So you said I get to move because there's nothing attacking yet?
So what happened as soon as Vomira stuck the key into the chest and started to turn it, basically, is all of the armor in unison swung their swords up and stepped out in a ready fighting stance with the swords ready.
I knew those were blank name tags
Yeah.
that you were asking about.
So my moving speed is 40, so I am gonna move over here by Vomira. That way we at least are paired up and no one person is, by themselves.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna wait, because I don't know.
I think it's your turn next, Griselda, even though I don't have you in the turn order here still for whatever reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine shows Mame, Zolas, and then me and Novomira or anything.
I'm looking for it here, but I can add Archimedes, Mariel.
That was an accident.
Sure it was. Let me see. I don't know why I can't.
I don't know. On our end, it shows me on the list. It
Oh,
just
that's
shows
why.
that I have a 3 and not
That
a...
would be why. I was looking to try and add you. I didn't see you in the mix of everything because there's too many other things down there. Then Zolas is an 8 and Vamira is a 6. Which tracks? Okay, so it is your turn though.
Right. And this is one right here next to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of hard to tell. Oh. Actually. I am going to cast Eyes of the Grave. So there's what it does. But I gain the ability to sense undead. Within 60 feet of me. It isn't behind total cover or protected by divination magic.
You do then. I would say this kind of works in the sense of like now you can see ghosts or like spirits.
I see dead people.
Yeah. So just reading it, I know it might not read exactly how I was saying it, but until the end of the turn, you know the location of them. So that's why I was thinking that it makes sense too for this. So you get like this hazy images inside of these suits that look like some sort of spirit is animating them.
And you said they did move?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As my bonus action, I'm gonna look at this one right here next to me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna point at it. And cast Toll the Dead. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
Oh, okay. A creature you can see within range, and the sound of Dolorous Bell fills the air. If the target is missing any of its hit points, it must succeed a wisdom. Okay. Is missing any of its hit points. Takes 1d. That's weird, worded weirdly. spells damage increases by 1 die when you reach... Oh, okay, that's the other stuff.
Yep.
So you're actually at... Are you at level 5 with this character? That's what I thought. So it should be increased by 1. Wisdom. Wow. He has a -4, and that's what he rolled.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's a 14.
See what the... let me see, because it doesn't say what the save is for some reason on there.
It should be...
My wisdom is... The save is a 14.
Okay, so it shudders, but doesn't appear much else happens to it. I'll get these health bars up here in a second, though. So if you want to roll the damage.
I did. It was a 10. I rolled it before I sent it to the chat on accident.
Make 1d8. So that is both of the die that you have now, too. Because it looks like 1d10. Oh. 2d8 is what you should have, is what I thought, too. If you're... Or 2d12.
Yeah, that's weird. Is the target missing any of its hit points? No. Well, now it's showing... It was a 2.
Did it work?
But now that... See, if you hover over it, it says 1d2.
2. Yeah.
1d2.
Yeah.
Wow, you got a critical hit.
Not a thing.
If you roll in astral, or if you want to roll in person, it's really up to you. But
yeah, I'll roll in astral.
So technically, my dice set came with a quote-unquote D2, and it's just like a coin-looking thing.
I was gonna say, is flipping a coin the same as rolling a d2?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
I got an 8.
Okay.
Beep, 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 beep.
I gotta turn these health bars on. But yeah, it basically shuddered and didn't seem to do anything else. The spirit inside that you visibly see too kind of like wails softly. Like, it doesn't make the noise, but it's what it looks like it does.
Okay.
And there's your health bars. And that's what that did.
Alright, that'll end my turn.
Okay. Then we've got a whole bunch of suits of stuff.
In hell.
Welcome to hell. Oh, funny, it's the one that you just attacked. Weird how those things work out. So
I don't find that very funny at all.
So from the ready position that it was standing in, it just takes a very almost machine-like step forward and slams into you for a 23 to hit.
Ooh. Yeah.
Nope, it misses.
And kind of just 6 bludgeoning. With hits you with its like forearms. I guess. For whatever reason. I guess I should have added that. That's alright. Then this one over here takes 2 solid steps towards you as well and swings its arms down in the suited armor. 9 to hit. I don't think that hits.
No.
So
That actually misses.
So it swings down into air, like almost like it had misjudged where you were completely. And we've got this one in the middle that basically just steps out and turns this way, facing you guys, and then this one takes 2 steps towards you, Zolus, and swings its arms down in an arcing thing, like trying to club you with the armor that it's wearing. 10 to hit. Don't think that hits.
Nope.
So it seems to have misjudged that, too. And then the one right next to you... Oh, nope. I don't think that one's up next. I was just going to make things too easy for myself. The one that's in the center again goes back to that one. Just takes a step out and faces towards Mame and Vomaira. And then it's the one next to you. And tries to take a swing at you. As well. 9 to hit. That one also seems to misjudge. And swings and a miss. Then it would be your turn, Zolus.
We're surrounded.
Yep.
I'm gonna stand back to back with Grizz. Like,
Sounds like a
I'm
plan.
not very agile, so I don't really know how those missed. I'm like,
I'm not either.
Got my back covered. I'm holding my crystal. I'm going to say something in, what's it called? Infernal. And I'm going to cast Scorching Ray, which is 3 rays of fire. And I'm going to try and hit 1, 2, 3, like the 3 that are around me. Just like,
Are you going to finger gun that?
Sure.
Or are you going to, like...
I was going to flat palm it.
Okay.
But I feel like I should finger gun it. But, like, I want to do, like, an over-the-shoulder one.
Okay. For the one...
Yeah, like...
Each one of them over the shoulder? So you're going to, like, turn your back to them? Or you just mean, like, the last one?
No, just the last one.
Okay.
I'll do the first 2 to the front, and then the last one I'll be, like, cool guy.
All right.
But I have to roll to hit for each one. So
Okay.
I'll start with the one closest to me on the left.
Sure.
23 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. That's only 4 damage. I rolled bad. The second one is 24 to hit.
That definitely hits as well.
That's 8 damage to the middle one.
Okay.
And I got a nat 20.
Nice.
27. So that over the shoulder cool one is 18 points of damage.
Awesome.
And then I'm gonna blow off my finger gun at the end of that one.
So math is hard. 33. All right.
That was like between the not getting hit by multiple attacks and the actually hitting on each attack, that was probably the coolest turn I've had in like weeks because I usually miss somehow.
That's also a sweet attack. I do have to say, if you guys wouldn't mind, especially just, yeah, you probably mind, but you're going to have to, yourself and Griselda are going to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh God, we just said we weren't good at those.
Sorry.
I got a nat 20 again! I'm good at
Nice.
it!
Oh, I got 15.
Okay. So what happened in all of that was basically as a description. So you point at the first one, and the beam kind of strikes it dead in the center in the chest, and you see it refract back at you as some of the flames roll over the top and seep into the side of the armor. That's where it seems to there's like a slight puffing of smoke from, but the armor itself seems completely intact, and you're like, oh shit, and you like arc your back as the ray comes straight back to where you were, and you're like, Griselda, and you grab her by the shoulder and pull her just enough to that the beam kind of strikes this guy. Let's see if he makes a dexterity saving throw. They're not very
It's just
dexterous.
refracting all over the place.
We're playing Dodge the Fire Rays. I'm going to shout at Zolas in Infernal. Aim for the face holes.
I took a training on this at work.
Dodging fire rays.
We work with lasers, and yeah, they're very worried about specular reflections.
And
Here you go. This is why.
it seems to have gained a little bit of altitude in after reflecting off of the one of the studs on its armor there, and does strike the last guy just across from Griselda, though in where the face slit would be, so that it would be able to see out. And you just hear a tss, and Griselda, you see the faces. Or the face of the soul inside just scream in agony. And the second one you're a bit smarter with, in the sense that you had seen what was happening, and the second finger gun goes out to him and laces in between one of the side pieces of what seemed to be attaching the armor to each other, and the final one does strike it dead center in the middle of what would be its forehead or eyes or nose or whatever's in between the center of the face lid there.
Holy shit. Did you see all of that?
Yeah, I saw it. I'm right here.
But all of the armor in this room didn't seem to react to that. Like the visible, like when you'd struck it, like it seems perfectly intact. And, oh, okay. Then we're back to this side of the room. And the one closest to you, Mame, if you were done with yours, I know you didn't say it verbally, but I seen you switch it over there. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a step forward to swing with its armored arms. 15 to hit.
So not with a sword?
Nope.
Oh, damn. Damn. Yeah, that hits.
5 damage.
Gonna remember that, Steely.
And then
Okay.
the one closest to Vamira takes a step in, swings its armored arms down at her. 24 to hit. Well, damn. With also a 5. So those two
Well, okay.
kind of swing their arms down on you guys, and you're like slightly taken aback because you just walked all the way across the room, Mame, and didn't see them move at all. So you're just bringing, and they were right next to you guys, so you just kind of bring your arms up in defense, and that you just take you block the blow to like the main section of your bodies, but you take it full brunt on your arms, or on whatever you're wearing there. Let me see here. They're 40, 30, 36. Okay. And then it would be your turn, Vamira.
No, actually.
What? No, actually?
Fixing this. Yeah.
Oh,
That
your
was
health?
On top of my... Oh, it's backwards, yeah. I did it in D&D Beyond. Okay, anyway.
I thought I'd gotten it because I didn't see it at first either, and I was just curious so that I could make sure my description
No, you're
wasn't too far off.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You're good.
Cool.
Turn now?
What's that?
My turn now?
Yes.
Okay. So a few questions. Was it just when I inserted the key, or did I turn it before?
You were starting to turn it, and you thought you'd felt a click when you turned to block this guy's attack.
Okay. So I turned back to the chest, and turned the key the whole way.
It's fully turned.
Oh, okay. Then I try to open the lid.
that would be your turn, and it is seeming to be brimming with treasure on the inside as you fling back the lid.
And then I'm just gonna say,
So that would be.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
and then yes, that'll be my turn. But I'm gonna say like out loud, like after I open it, and be like, "Halt! We come in good faith. Do not harm us."
There does not seem to be any reaction.
Well, I tried.
Do I see any change of like demeanor in the faces?
They get a little angrier, almost.
I'm gonna shout down the hallway. I don't think that helped. They look very mad.
I'll be like, "My bad. I'll close it." And then I'm obviously guessing that I won't be able to close it till my next turn.
Yeah. So you're kind of like reaching up to close it, and then the two sets of armor that hadn't moved into the middle take 2 steps towards each of you and attack Mame and Vomira.
Okay, so it takes steps forward, but does it attack?
No, they take steps forward and attack.
Ah, okay. Do I need to...
16 to you, Mame. Does that hit?
God damn it, by like 1, yeah.
And
Same with the last one.
a 9 to Vomira.
Nope.
Distincto. So, Mame, you're kind of like stepping up here, I would assume, to like a half step to like kind of shield Vomira and push her up towards the chest. And you're like, whoa, jeez, into getting out of the way. But and then the second one slams down on your side of you, like just on your shoulder and on your ribs.
What's the damage?
4.
Hmm.
But then it would be your turn.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Are we ready?
Yeah.
So... I'm gonna... So I have a 5-foot reach with my great axe. Does that mean if I swing it, judiciously from about this angle till about this angle, that I can hit more than one object?
I would say you'd probably be able to hit those 3 in front of you, but the 4th one not so much, if that's what you're...
Yeah, no,
thinking.
I didn't assume the 4th one. Yeah, so I'm gonna yell at Vomira to duck.
Like
I'm
prompt
gonna
yourself.
hit the floor. I'm gonna assume if Vomira does that. And I'm gonna roll 20 to hit. 15 slashing and 10 critical slashing.
If you wouldn't mind rolling for each one.
Mother. Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
The first one definitely hits. Second one definitely hits. And the third one also just hits. So, and the second one is a critical, it looks like. So the first one... We're going down to here, so there. Where's my calculator? This is why you have a barbarian in your team.
I like axes.
And 3, 4, 6. There we go. So the first one you dent pretty solidly on the side, and the side of it's dented in like I'm insinuating there. And as you come around with the swing, you take off the helmet of the head of the middle one, and it kind of just rolls along on the floor, but still seems to hold its posture. And then the final one, you nick it just as you're staring at the helmet rolling across the floor, like, what? And you just nick it off the shoulder, and it kind of takes another scratch at that armor with your axe.
Is there anything under the helmet? I feel like this is Scooby-Doo, and we've unmasked the villain.
Nothing
I was
is
gonna say, just out of curiosity, do I see anything?
nothing is there under the helmet, and you see the ephemeral head that sort of Griselda, but it goes through the side of the helmet with the force that Mame intoned, basically.
Okay.
And it's kind of like the head wisps away and then wisps back.
Cool. So I'm also going to use my bonus action, and we're going to rage. So I get advantage on strength checks and saving throws. +2 on melee damage. Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. I don't know if that means I can do a frenzy attack or not, but that's fine. Oh no, yeah. Okay, frenzy attack is a bonus. Can I do both? Or do I have to wait till the next turn?
So I think the rage is a bonus action, right?
It is. So these are both. Frenzy attack and rage are both bonus actions.
So your bonus action was rage in this turn.
Okay, so I'll wait and I'll do frenzy next turn.
And so basically you just...
Oh no!
You swung the axe and you were like, yeah!
Out of order.
So starting when you chose this path at 3rd level, you can go into a frenzy when you rage.
Oh, nice. It does say that.
If you do so for the duration of your rage, you can make a single melee weapon attack as a bonus action. On each of your turns after this one, so next time.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all I can do, right? I swung with my great axe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All you can do, I can only halfway kill 2 enemies and damage another. Only.
I mean, I can't hit him again.
Not this turn. Then it would be Griselda's turn.
Okay. I am going to... turn back to this one here, and I am going to point at it and actually I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna stay facing like this whole corridor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to touch my moon pendant that I have wrapped around the top of my staff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to start praying to my goddess. And here, let me send this to chat if I can. There we go. I'm gonna cast Turn Undead.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it doesn't quite reach the grouping on the other side, but it does reach the two in the center. If the creature fails this, though, it is turned for 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean by
Or
that?
until it takes any damage. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from me as it can,
Also, like
and it
fear.
cannot willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. It also cannot take any reactions, and as its action, it can only use the dash action to try and escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, it can only use the dodge action, so they cannot attack me
I got you.
their next turns.
And they can't get closer, but they can stay where they are.
No, they have to
Move away.
use their turn. Yeah, a turned creature must spend its turn trying to
there
move
it
as
is.
far away from you as it can.
Okay.
And it can't willingly move into a space within 30 feet of me.
Okay. So if it gets
So,
outside
like,
of that
even-
30 feet, though, then it can move kind of freely. But not towards you, obviously.
Yeah, so, like, even though, like, if this guy were to move up here, it can't then decide to move back down here.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. And it's 14 for that DC as well. Is what they have to beat.
I hear you. But they don't move or do anything until their turn, right? I'm still understanding.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta do these two little... Oh, no, this. And then this one needs to roll. Also scared of you.
Whoa.
It looks like only one of them succeeded so far.
Yikes.
Oh, probably. I don't know. I didn't roll last one yet. I was just assuming. Yep. Also... So all except for one in that area. Which stares at you defiantly.
And then I am going to look at this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to point at it and cast Toll the Dead. And since it's missing health, it takes 1d12 damage.
In addition, right?
Or 2d12, sorry. Instead of the 2d8.
And that one was a D15. I don't know what...
I think it's putting the damage
That's probably what it is.
as what's next to it, because in D&D Beyond,
You are rolling
it did roll 2d12.
Okay. I'll take that. I was like, I don't think there's a D15, so... But,
Yeah.
So that one, just... The spirit inside of it was wailing, just like the other ones were, more or less, when you'd cast the first one. And you hear the ear of that, and it just clatters to the floor. And you see the soul just... Woo! Through the ceiling.
Okay. I'm also going to turn to Zolas and be like, don't. If you don't attack them, they won't attack us for the next minute.
What do I do then?
So, maybe single one out, like this one. like one with low health.
Okay.
Pick them off one at a time.
Yeah, I also don't. I feel like Zolas was probably like, "What the fuck is happening?" Like they're all just walking away now. But okay, got it.
Also, there are ghosts in the suit of armor.
I assumed there was something weird going on. I mean, it's hell, so I'm not really phased.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna shout that down the hallway. So that Volmyra and Mame hear it too.
Shout
Just-
it real loud.
There's ghosts everywhere.
Are they making the armor move?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's possessed armor.
Are you hearing voices too?
But we can kill them.
Yeah, I don't know. I pointed at this one and it died.
Yeah. Okay.
The ghosts seem to just leave the armor and go up through the ceiling.
Okay.
So the one on the floor, like I'd said, he clattered to the floor. Then the one to your right, Griselda, hurriedly about-faced and started marching towards Mame and Vomaira, away from you. But the one that is staring defiantly at both you and Zolas marches up between its two wailing companions and tries to swing it at you, Zolas, for 22 to hit. 3 damage. So it kind of just reaching between his two companions and kind of just slaps you on the face a little. And then the other two here, right? That one too. Okay. So yeah, then these other three just do the same thing, basically, about face, and just march down. And this one actually 5, 10, 15, 20 does get to right here, Mame, and does try to swing at you. Five to hit. Does not hit. Yeah, so it's also in a similar situation, trying to squeeze between its friends to get at you. It's just kind of tripping over them and awkward. But then it's your turn, Zolas. I don't think this one's got to go
Okay.
yet. No,
So the one to the left
that one should be
saved and attacked me.
20.
Yeah. That one is not scared.
Okay, that's the one. Also, did we just send all of those guys to attack me, or Mame and Volmyra?
Yeah, but I mean, Mommy's got a big fucking axe.
Oh wait, I wanted to use Hellish Rebuke, but it's too late. I'll use it next time.
Why is
Oh shit, yeah. Damn it.
you can still use it. That's fine.
I was supposed to gain... Okay.
I was kind of paying it. I mean,
I was thinking
who
from
went last?
your point, Zolas, because you just got slapped. Like, you just got slapped.
Okay, then Hellish Rebuke is the bonus action to getting slapped.
Right.
That happens before my turn,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna do that. I feel like it's like a light slap, and I overreact, and I'm like yell in Infernal in this spirit space.
Yell at it to go to hell.
Yeah.
Yes, it's working.
I'm gonna laugh and in Infernal say nice insult.
He makes a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, is that okay? That's what I was trying to read it through there. 16.
Yeah, 15 is my
Okay.
save.
Man, he is avoiding them.
So he takes half damage, I think.
Okay. 2d10.
I like never roll a d10. No, it was only 8.
Oh. Okay.
So he takes 4.
No, it's this. Okay. So after that slap and you're yelling at him, the flames of hell don't just come up to him though. They come out of the
Wait.
Hmm?
I'm sorry. I suck. I casted that at a higher level, so let me add just like a couple more points to that.
Yeah, I'd say. It increases by 1d10 for second level or higher, and each skill slot that you would use it for above that.
Yeah, so I cast it at 3rd, so add 5 more to that damage. Thank you.
So 5, let's see.
So I rolled a 10.
I was just doing my math over here too. Because I think you said you casted it at 3rd level, so you would actually roll 2 more d10 on top of those first 2 d10. It sounded like you rolled 1 d10, or did you roll those? So you could.
I rolled 1.
So yeah, you would have rolled for damage for this would be a total of 4 d10 on a 3rd level casting, because it says the damage increases by 1 d10 for each spell slot above 1st. So you'd get 1 d10 at level 2 and 1 d10 at level 3.
Okay, so the whole combined 4d10 halved is 11 points.
Okay.
I rolled really bad.
Still, for a bonus action before your turn. Which I was just going to go into detail of how the flames came in from not only the floor as you would experienced above, but also the side wall of the chamber and slightly above of the armor too, kind of just from all angles, just and you see the armor itself as unaffected by any of the flames, but there is a good bit of char on the inside that's smoking out into the air. And Griselda, you do see the soul inside just withering in agony.
Okay.
He didn't like that. Good job.
We're gonna keep hitting him with the fire then. I'm gonna cast Fire Bolt, not Fireball. Bolt. Which is the one that won't kill everyone. So 22 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
And 8 damage.
Okay. So I'm assuming you aimed for a vital point in between the armor, making that hit again, and the bouncing that you'd heard actually seen previously, you actually catch on this time as
Oh, god damn it.
I'm
I'm sorry. I have to add another. I am the worst. I don't know how to play right now. Let me add another d10 to that.
You're doing great. I believe in you.
I have managed to not roll the right thing every time. Let's go. +5. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Josh, that I keep cutting you off.
No, you're all right. But that tracks too, just to how I was describing a little bit, because of the fact that you hear the firebolt as it goes through one of the crevices, preferably the face you're thinking, and I'm assuming, and it goes and hits off the back of the helmet and zings around inside of the armor, kind of like a it got stuck
cool.
inside.
It's just refracting back and forth in his own head. That's pretty cool. That mental image is... Does it just look like
a ball of light like coming out of eye sockets.
The eye sockets in this case is more of like a T shape, but more or less, yes.
Cool.
So it is that T shape kind of being projected out, and it's like it's got little cracks at where all the moving joints would be, so there's little bits of light coming out of that too as the flame dissipates.
Cool. That's all I got.
Then this armor next to you, Mame, steps in for another swing. Is angry that it has been. It misses, and because it was trying to swing at you with its bent arm.
Sucks to suck.
Then the one next to you, Vomaira, steps in and tries to do the same thing. With a 15 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
And
Sorry, I thought I was muted, and then I, wasn't, and then I muted myself.
I've been there. 5 damage.
Ow!
So it steps forward and kind of bashes you upside the head as you're trying to close the chest there. And you're like, fuck, I'm trying to close it. But then it's your turn. I don't know if you want to use your action to actually close the chest now, or...
So which one hit me?
The one directly next to you, to the left.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna get annoyed. But you said closing the chest would be a whole action.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna get annoyed at this guy because he just did he slap me upside the head?
He bonked.
Basically.
Yeah, with his arms, his armored arms, he bonked you with them.
So I get pissed off and I whip out my broadsword and pull my broadsword out and just slash right across, at him. Because he's being annoying and pissing me off. I'm just fuck you.
And you feel your sword and you see it obviously strike him or them or whatever, and it ting off of the armor. So it does not hit with that 15.
Alright, hold up a sec.
Sure.
The suits of armor are just suits of armor.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have any weapons or shields or
Nope.
Holding anything.
No, it looked like they were holding swords, if they had been holding a great sword in front of them that their hands were on top of, but they didn't actually have anything in them, I guess. Did not put that in there.
Okay. Well, so would I be able to use 2-weapon fighting right now, or do I need to be prepared for that?
If they're at your hips, I wouldn't say you would need to be prepared, drawn.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it would be like a bonus action, in my opinion, which you can use to draw it. But if it were put away in the sack somewhere, that's a full action to get it out.
Right, right. Okay. I mean, yeah, I mean that's. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
I guess. Well, no, I'm gonna be even more annoyed and like pull my dagger from my other hip and go at it.
Okay. That one hits.
Fucking nothing.
It's still something.
Yeah, that's true.
So you kind of come up under the chest plate is what would describe with that.
Okay.
And you just like jam into the center of its guts would be just before it hit the pants plate mail at the bottom.
Okay. And then, like, as I am, like, doing this, I'm like, stop fucking hitting me!
There is no obvious response from the...
Right, I'm just saying it anyway.
Hey, if it makes you feel better.
Yeah, I basically, like, turn and do, like, one of those, like when you're, like, beating one, like, using your both hands, like, stop fucking hitting me!
Yeah. You're screaming it in its apparent face, too, because you had to get up close with the dagger, right? So you had to be, like,
Yeah.
yelling in its face plate.
Yeah. It's like,
You would be
I'm not trying to hurt you!
spitting in its face if it actually had a face inside of the armor.
Yeah.
The one closest to you, Mame, if you were done with your turn, Vamata, you'd said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am done.
That's what I thought. I was making sure. So it steps forward, the one without a head, and tries to attack you.
I really want to say good luck, dumbass, but I feel like that's just gonna jinx me.
It did. 24 to hit, which was a critical with 8, which is max.
How much to hit?
It hit for a total of 16 this time.
You bitch.
That's funny that
That's
you
hard.
say it as it was happening. Like
35.
Cannot plan these things.
Oh.
So it basically walked up and just started swinging its arms back and forth at you and hit you like twice over the chest and face. And then, which one are you? Not that one. It's this one. Okay. The one standing in front of you, Vamaira, so just below you, takes a step forward and swings at you.
Okay. Yeah.
That 16 really didn't do too much to you, Mame.
I mean, it did, but I'll be okay.
It's like, this is annoying. Jesus.
I mean, it's kind of like taking a really strong punch to the face.
Yeah,
Like-
basically. It clipped you with its elbow as it was swinging around. Just on the side of the jaw. made your rage even more worth it.
Right. I just watched Aquaman and Justice League, and so I feel like it's a very Aquaman moment.
I've only more recently seen that one, so I don't remember what you're talking about exactly. And it actually, or
It
wait,
just happens a lot to Aquaman, where he like, gets in a fight and then he gets hit and then he gets extra pissed and then
oh,
he fights harder.
so that 7 did not hit you. I'm assuming Vomira. I don't know why I left that off.
Correct.
Thinking that you were just going to respond for whatever reason, then it would be your turn though, Mame.
Thought you knew that it didn't hit.
Yeah. So, what's your extra pissed offness going to do, Mame?
Again, advise. I'm gonna move forward a little bit so I can hit hopefully all 4 of these guys.
Mhm.
And advise Vamiro once again to hit the deck. And I'm going to swing the great axe around. It's 21 to hit. Oh, yeah, I have to do this 4 times. Can I hit all 4 of these guys?
Yep, but you do have I would
Awesome.
like you to roll, like you'd said.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm glad it's working tonight.
Are you loading those? Like how 21,
It's a
24, 19,
7.
21. That's awesome. Those all hit. No crits this time though, it looks like. Though the one did get a full 12 of. That's awesome. Let me see if I can do this math as quickly as you can roll. Nah, probably not.
It's okay. You can take your time.
Here. This guy's new. He didn't get hit yet. Fresh meat. Or armor. 3, 4.
Oh, I've had resistance. That's okay. That's fine. I need to remember these things.
These guys could be attacking twice each time, so just FYI. The one that you would.
They're lazy
Yeah.
ghosts tonight.
Yep. Yeah, the one that you've taken the head off of, you. Yeah, that one's dead.
Just imagine a little ghost body whoosh.
Griselda actually sees it from their side. I'll get to describing it here after I do all my maths. There we go. Oh, right. So the first one that had a bent arm now loses that arm, and the one that just after that you recently just had made it over to you, running away from the other side basically, and you take it on the side and kind of get a glancing blow as it is slightly farther away than you expected, and then the one that you'd taken the head off though, you go for a solid hit, and you hit right in the center of this one, hoping to dent it too, but as soon as you hit it and force it against whatever's inside, creating the force to hold it up, it just clatters to the ground, and your force swings all the way through to strike the last one, hitting its kneecap, but it kind of makes another scratch in the plated armor.
Tis but a scratch.
Tis but a scratch. Especially the first guy. He's only got one arm. Or two, yeah.
Okay. So now where there were 4, there are only now 3.
Correct. And you have Frenzy.
And this guy. Yeah, and this is the guy with the least health left. He has the most damage. Okay, so I'm gonna melee attack him. Single melee weapon attack. So, I can't tell if I want to swing with my great axe again or just do like an unarmed strike. Probably the great axe again, right? Yeah. So I don't know. It's a single attack. I don't know if that goes all the way around again or if I'm focusing on that guy. If some of my backswing hits that guy, I won't be upset.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say with a 25, some of your back swing does. You take off the head of the last guy, and it falls down again flat to the ground. Not flat, just clatters the suit of armor to the ground. And then the
Be gone, foul beast.
other guy gets, like, swiped upside the head just by a little bit of what you were... of what, like you'd said, like the backswing, as it comes just all the way through his head, the first guy's head, it just kind of grazes him, gives him a nice haircut.
All right.
And then it's Griselda's turn if yours is done. Mame?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am, yeah, because I can't move anymore, right?
You haven't moved at all.
I'm gonna move a little bit closer to Vamira. I'm gonna position myself a little more equidistant from these two guys. Okay, now I'm done.
Okay. Has it been a minute yet, or are these guys still scared?
These guys are still scared. It's
Okay.
getting close to you presume at the end of your turn that it would be finished to being a minute, you know? Like
Okay.
it probably took you that much time to go around to everybody. And their
I'm
action.
gonna
just-
move, like, right here. Actually, no, I gotta be closer because I have to be within 5 feet. I'm gonna move right here, and I am going to place my hand on this guy's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to cast Inflict Wounds on him. Oh, that was not the right thing to roll. Okay.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's not right though. Because it, for whatever reason, whenever I click on it, it wasn't rolling to hit. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
Okay. Damn it.
So I would imagine to
Okay.
then in that case you'd place the hand on his shoulder and his face.
Yeah.
Well, you can't see it from that angle, but his whole body kind of quivers in fear, like he's shaking in fear. But nothing seems like you're expecting the armor to like start to decay under your hand, but it does not.
Yeah.
Or like
Because
rust.
this is what I was trying to, whenever I rolled the damage the first time, I was trying to just send it, but I clicked the wrong thing.
Hey, I can't say
That's what-
anything. D&D Beyond, man, I don't ever know where to click
Yeah.
exactly for getting the exact thing that I want in there. So you guys are
I know.
doing better than me.
On like some, yeah, on some spells it like shows up at the top to display it,
Mm-hmm.
and then like underneath it says to like roll, but then on others it like roll is right where display should be. So
Oh. Yeah, it's not at all science on there, but it looks pretty.
yeah.
And it does keep track of a bunch of other stuff that you don't have to, like all of this information. You just have to find the right place to press the button.
Mm-hmm. And then that was my action. So that didn't work, but then as my bonus action, I'm gonna take my hand off of him. and cast Toll the Dead on him. So he needs to do the wisdom save.
Was it a 12? He just got a 12.
14.
Okay. He didn't.
So he takes... Okay. He has damage missing. Takes 2d12 damage. 11.
That's nice. Said that's a low roll. That's weird.
Yeah, because the 1d12 was a natural one.
Oh.
I got a 10 and a 1. That's the only reason it's high, is because of the 10.
Oh. All right. I was gonna say that's pretty close to a average right there. I thought that's why I was confused. Is all. Anyways, here your. So how are you creating this toll, if I might ask?
I'm just pointing, and then like
An ephemeral sound happens. That's what I thought I'd read or something like.
yeah,
that.
it's not an actual like bell that tolls. They just hear a bell tolling.
Oh, okay. That's why I've been making this noise. every time. But I was like, I don't know where it was coming from.
The sound just fills like the air around them.
Cool.
Just for a moment.
Almost as if it was coming from inside of the armor. And it quavers and shakes, but it doesn't quite fall to the ground yet.
Okay.
Did you have a question? Somebody? I thought I'd heard like a hey.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at my cats.
Oh, okay. Cats.
Yeah, Nira was picking on Winter. I forgot I wasn't on mute.
No worries. I thought it was somebody trying to get my attention for a second. So was that your turn, Griselda?
Yeah, that'll end my turn.
And the guy in front of you now no longer in utter fear turns back around and swings at you with an 8 to hit, which I assume does not hit.
That does not.
So he just kind of swings back around with his arms out like "Argh!" and misses. And where's this guy? Oh, he's all the way over here. The one next to you, Zolas, steps in and takes a swing for a 6 to miss.
Yep.
In front of you, in the air. Where is this one? He is over here. Also no longer afraid of you, and not wanting to get in on that mix up there, takes us the couple steps towards you, Griselda, and a swing. With an 8 to miss.
Why do I feel like Taco Bell gets brought up almost every session that we have?
Because I purposefully talk about it as much as physically possible.
Taco Bell's amazing.
It's my legacy.
Legacy.
Is that one of Zolas's character flaws? It's just that you're constantly craving tacos.
It's like Volmira's mushroom addiction, but it's with Taco Bell. I wake up and have to get a hit of that Crunchwrap Supreme.
Can't blame you there.
Yeah, not for a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Just keep one in your backpack and sniff it every morning.
I want to do that in real life.
Hey, I worked there for a time, and I've worked only in one other fast food joint, which was McDonald's. McDonald's was.
How has it never come up that you worked at Taco Bell? I talk about Taco Bell like
I don't know.
every 5 minutes.
Probably just because I don't always talk about all the places I've worked, and I've worked too many. But I'm only remembering it in this particular sense because you're talking about smelling it, and Taco Bell like Subway has a smell. It's like a specific smell for Taco Bell.
Mhm.
And it would not leave me even after I left. The same thing happens at Subway, and I know other places are similar, but not as strongly as those two that are in my mind, at least, as fast food joints
So
go.
you could just smell yourself.
Yeah, exactly. When I came home, I'd just be like, Taco Bell. I guess other
Taco
people,
Bell sponsor me.
other people could smell it more than me, but other than the people, I enjoyed working at Taco Bell. It's pretty fun.
For our podcast, can I make an ad for Spotify, or is that, or sorry, for Taco Bell, or is that illegal?
I think it would be sort of illegal, yeah, because you'd be like misrepresenting them, and they could sue us or something without their permissions, because you have to like sign a contract normally. And most of the time, especially for those sorts of things, it's just like press yes to accept, but you still have to do that before it's legal, or they can sue you.
Noted. Okay.
Although,
Doesn't mean I'm
We're
not
not-
gonna do it, but noted.
but when it comes to just talking about stuff like that, it's like freedom of speech, right? So like you can review or say stuff like that all you want, but like if you say you're representing them, that's something different.
A spokeswoman.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored. We just really like their food.
Yep. Yeah, that's why most people too, if you say that you see them and they'll be like, I really like this, not sponsored, but I really like this. But the one closest to you, Mame, goes for a swing and probably a miss. No, 16.
bare my teeth at
Actually,
it.
it was a 12 first. I rolled that already. It wasn't the 16. Ignore that.
So
I rolled that already. The 12 doesn't hit, right?
in a
Or-
rain. Okay.
So what was your question, though?
I have +2 melee damage with strength weapons. I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean?
You take half damage.
When you have resistance, you take half?
Yeah. It,
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Cool. Yeah, it doesn't hit. But cool. Good to
1
know.
hour later. Yeah.
and, this one here. Okay. That's where this one is. They're all over the place now. I sort of had them attacking in some sort of consistency, but now they're just like, whew. So this one that's also still close to you, Griselda. It's kind of in between though. 1, 2. Oh no, you're still closer. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So it starts walking towards you, just lumbering, and swings to attack. The first two have already missed. Let's see where you go. 11. Miss.
Ooh, that nope.
11?
Just hits.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I'm a wizard. My
That's right.
AC's 10.
11.
So it takes that extra half step that the other ones didn't, and 4 damage.
The one time it hits, just 4 damage.
And it kind of just, yeah, it slaps you on the side of the arm, like with its armoredness. So it's still pretty decent, but this is equivalent to like a hard slap, though. It would
And
be
tell it to go fuck itself in Infernal.
soulless. Starts gesturing lewdly towards you, as if it were
It's my turn.
fucking itself. Yes.
I was looking at Taco Bell shirts, but I will stop doing that right now.
I have some old ones of mine. from
I
when
really
worked
want to
there.
go to the one in Vegas.
Are
They have like a whole like get married here package.
in the Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
my gosh.
They give you a vest. Well, they give the guy. I forget what they give the girl, but the guy gets a bow tie and a vest made out of sauce packets.
This is all I want.
I want to go to one of their cantinas.
The ones with
that
alcohol.
they have. Mm-hmm.
That's the one in Vegas has that. I'm pretty sure, because that's what I was going to say is why I
Yeah.
wanted to go to that one, because it was
They have like a wall of Baja Blast alcoholic slushies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a trip to Vegas next year, guys.
I'm gonna get this Hawaiian shirt that's Taco Bell themed for when we go.
Maybe they have a cool room that we can all nerd out in, like we do for this Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to this guy that I'm been sparring with. Me and him.
All right.
And I mean, searing the inside of his skull that isn't really a skull has been working. So I'm gonna firebolt him again. It's a big one, 26 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
And I'm gonna roll all the damage this time.
4d10. Oh no! Wait.
This one is just 2d10,
Okay.
I think.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't tell me what skill, like level you're casting at. Just that whatever level you do cast it at, it increases.
Mm-hmm.
Which.
Because this one is a cantrip,
Yeah.
and as long as I'm level 5, then it's 2d10.
I see that now.
But I got 7 fire damage.
So. I would say that it bounces around inside of him and then he clatters to the ground.
Is he dead?
Yep.
Yeah, I get some temporary HP. I do a little victory dance. And I'm gonna move maybe 10 feet because Griselda is surrounded on literally all sides.
I know. This makes me very uncomfortable.
You sent them all away and then you're like, but wait!
Come back, I
No.
love you.
But that's all I can do. I don't have any bonus actions.
Okay. And then the armor closest to you, Vomiter, on your left, swings out. $12 to hit.
Misses.
Okay. So it just grasps at air as you're like slowly getting closer to the inside of this chest. And then it's your turn. You're on mute if you're talking.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't realize it was my turn. So I'm gonna use my turn to close the chest.
You're gonna try and close the chest, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. As your action. So you close the lid and you're gonna take the key and turn it to like locking it back up.
Yes.
And all of the armor stops. Like freezes in place.
I say we take them all out now and then reopen the chest.
Well, they had started like moving into attack like before the chest was open, though.
But they're not moving now.
It's with the turn of the key, so I like locked the chest again.
Oh, okay. Is it just stopped, or do they like march back to where they were?
They all seem to just stop in place. Exactly where they
And yeah.
are. Yep. And don't move back or anything.
Are
Yeah,
we still in
let's-
combat?
Take them out.
You're not technically. I mean, there's nothing moving currently, other than yourselves.
So then, do I have to wait for my turn, or can I just like run up and
Yeah.
slash attack?
Do I still
pick this one
see like
No. So what you'd seen when Vomaira did that is like the souls didn't zoom out of them before. They just kind of like wink out, like in
like blowing out a candle?
yeah, basically.
So the ghosts aren't possessing them anymore. So I don't know as if attacking it will do anything.
We can at least disassemble the armor.
You know, we can try.
Separate the head and the arms and the
We've
take the
killed
legs out.
a lot of them. I feel like
Yeah, I feel like we're doing good. Like, I feel like we could take these guys out pretty quick.
There's still 5 left.
I feel pretty good about that.
They're
Yeah,
pretty-
but
Okay, so
there's
I'm
a-
gonna disassemble this guy. We're gonna disassemble at least one. So if you guys, we can disassemble one and then open the chest and see what happens.
Okay.
So this one's gonna turn into a bunch of armor pieces and
Mhm.
not a full suit of armor. However you want to depict that.
I haven't. It is in pieces on the ground in front of you.
Yes. Be gone. Okay. I mean, we could always leave at this moment too, right? I don't know if anybody got a peek at what's inside the chest, if it's worth being in here or not.
Are you scared, mommy?
It looks like just a bunch of treasure in the chest.
Just a bunch of treasure.
Yeah.
I got a personal
do you
chef
have
out of the
to-
last one.
Do you have enough time to collect like the types of treasure, like any objects?
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
you did get at least some glimpses, though. I would say, especially standing in front of it, Vomaira, and having been staring right in it, you did see a fork of sorts, a crown, and a staff and a bowl and some pearls, but otherwise gems and gold and such.
oh, pearls.
Fork in a bowl.
So I relay that to the rest of the group.
I would like to fight. I would like those pearls.
I'm okay with fighting as well.
I feel like
Shiny.
I'm on a roll now.
Yeah. Feel like
Okay.
we were actually doing pretty good compared to like past fights.
Okay.
So are we gonna attack them when they're still, or do you want me to open the chest again?
I don't see the spirits possessing the armor right now, so I don't know as if there's anything we can do right now aside from like Mame's suggestion of disassembling them.
We could give it a shot.
So do you want to disassemble all of them, or
Probably, yeah.
okay? I'm gonna take apart this one in front of me.
Take the one apart next to me.
Yeah, I'll walk over and take this guy apart.
To quote Sarah in this nonsense of things, just roll a sleight of hand, I guess. It's the thing that I can think of right now off the top of my head. Yeah. And her specific quote was, "This is D&D. Do I get to roll some dice?"
Yeah, what did you call it in the chat this morning? I was too tired to pay attention.
What? Oh, today?
Demons and Dungeons.
Yeah,
That's appropriate.
I thought so.
Mhm.
I see a Vamira and Mame at an 11. You guys,
Griselda rolled 2.
oh, I see
Yeah.
it up there too, a 13. You guys all, yep, adequately disassemble these sets of armor. They seem to be basically held together with just straps and such on their own. And the metal skeleton that was inside of them is basically just pieces and parts that are attached to each one of the individual armors sets. Like,
I'm
there's like
gonna
a head metal piece, but go ahead.
move to this next one here and disassemble it as well. No, I'm not.
You did the first one and then you're kind of slip with the second one, and your hand goes inside of it and you're trying to reach around inside of it, and you're like, I don't feel the straps. Wait, I was on the outside of it last time. Oh.
Yeah, can't get this one, and then I'm gonna move to this next one.
I really just want to run at the one she just failed at and like hit it with a like flying. I don't know if the correct word would be like a kick. I want to run up to it and kick it real hard.
Just like a flying sidekick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mame, you're gonna have to do these. I can't. I'm too
Can I-
stupid.
All right, go for it.
I feel like
So,
if Mame hit
it
it
would
with enough
be-
force, she could probably get both of those.
Yeah, I was
Yoda.
going to
Is
say
that athletics?
you have an
I'm
unarmed
gonna-
strike, don't you?
Yeah.
Do that. So-
I'm gonna stand on this side of this one and like brace it, kind of like those football dummies, like when they're practicing tackling.
I don't know if you want to do that.
I feel like you're gonna go down too. I'll take a step back.
And with the 23 to hit, that definitely would hit. You want to roll me an acrobatics as well as the other thing.
I would be glad to.
19.
Dexterity's not one of my strong suits.
But it turned out all right. So you
Hey.
doom, 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 woof, into the side of these armor and do push Griselda back a couple steps. But the armor clatters to the ground in front of her and is pushed back as well as you'd kicked it straight center mass and just undid all the straps that were holding it together, apparently.
Cool. Intended effect achieved.
Nice. I'm gonna grab the left leg from this one
Mm-hmm.
and the left leg from this one and
Okay.
swap them
From the
just
top.
in case these things come back. And like so like this one will have like 2 left legs and this one will have 2 right legs. Just in case they come back. Maybe they won't be
Yeah.
able to walk.
I feel like it's overkill, but we could also like scatter the the pieces of armor throughout the room. But
I thought of that, but then I was like, that might take too long compared to like, I don't know. I just want to know what's in this chest.
Does any of the armor look like something we want, or is it all like the same? Is it like the kind of armor that's decorative, or
It does not look very decorative. It has minor decoration in there are similar runes to that like that are on the chest, some Dwarvish language you assume, and it is I remember you can read all languages. I don't remember how that works though. Do you have the
I
spell
don't
or
want this cursed armor bullshit.
I can read all languages.
just period, or is that
Yeah.
like I couldn't remember how that worked.
I think I displayed it in
Yep,
the chat.
something showed up. Eldritch Invocations.
It's
Okay, it's
it's
part
the
of your
eyes of
war.
the rune part. You
Yeah.
can read all writing.
So, like, I'm just trying to think of how this. Additionally, when you gain a level class, you can choose one of the invocations. Okay. Eyes of the Rune. You can read all writing.
So simple. It's so nice. So
Mhm.
elegant. It's like a beautiful
That's me.
And it, basically...
What? I can disguise myself at will? Sorry, continue. Go ahead.
It basically says, something along the lines of protection from hellfire or any other flames on it. In
What?
Dwarvish.
Oh. Someone needs this, but not me because I already have this. It protects you from fire.
Is there a piece that's big enough for me to put on?
The helmet would be a bit of a stretch, especially if you're trying to fit it over top of the
It's like
skull
a really tiny.
you acquired
I
last
already
time,
have a skull.
which is like a got horns on it too, and
Yeah.
but the chest armor, you could imagine if you pulled the helmet off and put it on, it would fit in some of like the van braces and like the knee, the shin guards, and would fit probably as well. But
Yeah,
the thighs,
so I'm gonna
thighs a
do
struggle
that.
probably too with like the pants. But there aren't really much of a pants. It's more of like that the top part is coming down over top of your thighs. Like
Mame's
a
like
kilt.
bursting out of this armor.
It looks like stickers.
You look good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take the skull off for purposes of, I'm not gonna take armor, the helmet, but I'm gonna take a breastplate and whatever goes on your arms and shins.
Mm-hmm. It would be equivalent to full plate at this point, in my opinion,
Cool.
which you did find last time, if I remember correctly, and it is heavy.
So not half plate.
Yep.
Heavy armor. Yeah, last session Mime found some Ooh. And if I remember, I didn't do this last time. Oh, there is no helmet. Why not? Am I not allowed
Isn't
to
it-
have a helmet?
Isn't it like an ox skull or something that you have on
Yep.
your head?
Yeah.
And too small for a Goliath plate armor and goblin head shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Oh wait, too small. So I would have had to taken the goblin armor off. That's gone. But I definitely still have the shoes.
I forgot
That's
you were
right.
wearing
I did
goblin.
take goblin armor that was too small. I forgot about that.
I totally
Yeah,
forgot
I'm gonna
about
shed that here. I'm like a lobster molting.
that.
I've evolved into my next form. Cool. My armor class went up to 18.
Nice. That's just base.
Totally worth it.
And
Yeah.
you're fire resistant, right? Or
Immune.
immune.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
like
How do
when
I
you
put that in here?
put it on too, you feel slightly cooler than you did before being in the room that you're in. Like the humidity and the heat isn't affecting you like it was before. It feels more comfortable.
I go and put a little bit of fire on the outside of that armor.
Of Mame's armor,
Yep.
and it just
But just for funsies, not for.
it just you did like the ET phone home kind of thing there, it looked like, but I'm assuming you kind of like summon that mote of fire just like at the finger your tip kind of deals that you were talking about before a while back, and then just press
Yeah.
it against it.
I'm gonna do one of these.
Oh. I got you. So it's
Yep.
Okay, cool. Put in my notes. I am now fire resistant. Fire resistant or fire like proof?
retarded.
Okay, resistant. Okay.
Fire. It's
I
not.
can't just jump into the lava and go for a swim, but
No, you can.
I can.
Yeah, you're fire immune. That's what it said.
Immune.
Me too.
Awesome. Opens up so many possibilities. So much room for activities now.
Guys, I'm gonna punch through this wall.
I actually think I am too, because don't I, because Sasha's, and because of our bond, I thought it said something about like
There is something about that, but I forget what it
you
is.
share, yeah, you share their magic resistant traits. So would that count? I don't know. Because it doesn't say anything about like
Oh, yeah.
magic
No, you're-
resistance,
you're
but it
good.
says like
Yeah, fire immunity.
yeah.
It's gonna be real helpful in hell.
Guys, fuck this door. Let's just go swim down
In the
into
lava.
hell.
Our team will wake up and we'll be like, "Oh."
We can now, yeah. So should we? Well, I guess this is really heavy. You can't really just like carry it. We'll just have to point people in this way, this direction, at a later date. All right. So do we want to open up this chest and see what's in it, or do we want to hit pause because it is almost 10 o'clock and I don't know if you guys can hear it. Bella's screaming at me. She wants me to take her out.
Haven't heard yet, but I could believe.
It's up to you guys.
Think then it's
I'm curious.
Idru.
I'm down to call it for the night. I have to get up super early tomorrow.
Well,
It's
this
a
is the last
cliffhanger,
session.
like at the end of every anime I've
Cliffhanger.
ever watched.
Yep.
This is
To be continued.
the last session before Halloween for this one too.
Oh yeah.
So this is where you guys will be on Halloween.
We're gonna
Sweet.
open the chest and either get attacked or not get attacked. That's what we're gonna start with.
Yeah.
So we are playing like a continuing. This isn't going to be like Thanksgiving last year where we did like a separate like holiday edition,
So it's like
like out of story arc.
that might happen too, but
Okay, that was fun. I liked I liked Thanksgiving last year.
yeah, I think that's going to happen again. So don't worry about that. But it's also going to be picking up where we left off to kind of merge the two for what's going to happen. So like that's why I was explaining, the first part of the day we'll just do the good, the second part, and I told George and Johnny and Jesse, who don't have characters in this campaign, that they could make characters for that one, or I could just have them and give them to them so they're not just sitting there during that period of time too, for the good campaign and then the bad campaign and then a combined session.
Ooh, okay. I'm excited.
Me too.
It's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Much hype. Choo choo.
Much hype.
That was my hype train. Choo choo.
Mine is
The
just the
exact
Taco
opposite.
Bell noise.
Bong. Think outside the bun.
Was this before your time?
All
Was Te quiero Taco Bell?
No, I remember that. I remember when I don't know if it was like a toy that you got in some kind of meal, but they had like the chihuahua that you squeezed and it said that.
I have one. Still somewhere.
You do?
There's a
Yeah.
whole song that says I ran over it's some parody song that's talking about running over the Taco Bell dog.
Oh no.
I'm gonna find it on YouTube and send it to you. It's a treasured memory of my childhood.
It is a
Doesn't
treasure.
he have a name?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably.
I thought he was just Te quiero Taco Bell dog.
So wait, where did you get the slush?
I have no idea. It would have been when I was really young, and I just had it like in my stash of stuffed animals, from being a small child. And it was one of those things
Wow.
that like it had a
That's
hard center to it, and you pressed it, and it was one of those boxes that just said that back to you.
Yep.
Yeah, if I could find
wow.
that.
I bet you could sell that on eBay.
Taco Bell's top dog dies at 15. Why did I look this up?
But wait, no, it's okay. It'll make this story will make you a little happy though. So, her name was Gidget,
Oh yeah.
and so this little snippet says, aside from helping the Mexican-style fast food chain move an unthinkable amount of chalupas in the 2000s, she became the first animal to ring the opening bell for the New York Stock Exchange.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
that's
Yes.
awesome.
What a culturally significant animal.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
She's the Wolf of Wall Street. What a legend.
right.
Oh, the song.
man.
The song is taking me back.
We were talking about cartoons making us feel old. She was the mascot for Taco Bell from 97 to 2000.
Wow.
97 to 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
And it's probably made more money in their lifetime than I ever will.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Periodically, I'll look at Bella and I'm just like, rent's due.
Yeah, it's like
Tribute.
the Sims Pets expansion where your pet can go to work. Like, that should be real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be like sitting on the couch, and Zelda likes to sit in Ike's spot when he's not on the couch, and he'll go to sit down and kick her off the couch, and I'm like, she was so comfy. He's like, fuck her, I pay rent.
I mean, I like sit on the floor instead of displacing my animal, but
I know. I'll
that
like
is a
get
good
in bed.
argument.
I'll get in bed and like scrunch myself into the most uncomfortable shape just so that she doesn't have to move. It's
Yeah.
not a healthy relationship.
I do that, and Ike the other night. So he's only home on weekends now, and I went to bed. Like, we went to bed. It was like Saturday night, and Zelda cannot sleep. Like, she throws a hissy fit if we are laying in bed, and she cannot be in between both of us, touching both of us. And so I laid down, and then she laid down, and Ike laid down, and Ike, like, his back was at the edge of the bed, and he was laying on his side, and he's just laying there, and he's like, can you move over, like, an inch so that I can move over? And I was like, but she's so content, and she's so comfortable.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't care. He's like, I am literally falling off the bed. And
I
I was
always
like,
remind myself that, like, for me, once I get comfortable, if I get up, my comfort's lost forever. My dog gets up and lays back down and is super comfortable again in like 2 seconds. Like, it literally does not phase them. Like,
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded, and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.